Okay. So we're fucking with the truth. You can't fuck with the truth. Patrice O'Neill. Right? Is that Patrice O'Neill? I don't remember. You can't fuck with the truth. Did he say that? Or did somebody else say that? I don't remember. But it's true. As far as the truth goes, you can't fuck around. Because if you do, it ain't the truth anymore. How are we looking? How are we doing in the setup here? I want to have more of a camera centric setup. You know, I want it to be more focused for the viewer, but it doesn't have to be. It just would be nice. You know, I like to play to the universal, worldwide universal. Yeah. Now, I want to have 8K video, high quality presentation. You know, I want people from around the world to tune in and say, "This is amazing." You know, I want them to check it out and just be really pleased with what they see. I do think I need to like raise this to like eye level so I can look at you and the screen. You know what I need is like a teleprompter so I can no, a see-through screen that you can't see, but I can see. Anyway, that's the future. That's far from now. That's like years and years and years down the road. Um, that's stuff that we're talking 2050, you know. We don't have time to even get to this stuff. So, you know, um I don't know if you guys have played Grind Session. That's a pretty hot title, and by hot I mean sexy. You know, it's it's uh it's a really good game, and people who want to have fun with it, I really suggest that they do. I would like to be able to boot the disk image of the game if possible. Oh, error parsing the value. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? I don't have time for parsing for errors with values, you know? I don't have time to I need high value, high quality entertainment, you know? That's what I'm trying to do here. And frankly, if 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 I can't get it to happen, and I don't think anybody should be allowed to stream. You know, if I can't stream properly, then I don't think anyone in the world deserves to have a stream because I'm a self-centered, evil piece of shit, and I should be murdered. So I was on Poop Soup Party earlier yesterday, and I was having fun. until Mr. Soup, gay guitar guy, as he's called, decided to come at me, decided to go woke on me, decided to be an investigative journalist and attack, you know. You don't know who you're gonna be dealing with out here. You don't know who's your friend or who's a shark in the water waiting to bite. And I know about biting, so I know, you know, I but I wasn't prepared to get bit myself. See, that's a way that I'm a hypocrite. I'll bite, but I don't like to get bitten back, at least not in that way. Um, but people will try and cut you down. They will try and, they'll act like they're putting you in the spotlight, but really what they wanna do is, become the winner and become the leader. And, truthfully, it only makes them look like big old crybaby bitch boys. I don't wanna say crybaby bitch boy because that's too close to, what's his name? Mikey Day's phrase. So scratch that, forget that. I don't wanna be a thief. I don't wanna steal other people's catchphrases. So forget I said that. Um, but I wanna do more common, frequent streaming again because, that was when things were, you know, at their most high quality. Guitar guy is totally gay. Like I said, like, I enjoyed the parts of the interview not interview, the appearance on the show where he wasn't attacking me and going, 60 minutes investigative journalist, and he was just chilling and hanging out. That was fun, but then he flipped it on me and he's like, "Alright, here we go. Let's get down to the brass tacks. We gotta go after you, and we gotta make you look like and feel like a piece of shit, Mud Boy." I don't think, Mr. Mud was there. I think he was out taking a mud bath or whatever the fuck he does. I don't know what he does. I don't really, uh I need to pay more attention, you know? Maybe gay guitar guy was pissed at me for not, making a more frequent appearance on his show, and so he felt like, um, you know, that his role, his job was to come after me and make me feel dumb, you know? I could see that, I could understand why he might feel that way, I felt it was unnecessary, but, who knows with these people. Soup was a little cringe from the White Claw. Who was drinking White Claw on the show? I missed that part. Um, I didn't realize that White Claw was being consumed, but, I used to drink White Claw back when I was a homosexual, and I don't have a problem with that, but it does make you sexual gay person, and, it turns you into, a version of, um, what's his name? Uh, shit, what's his n Owen Benjamin. Owen Benjamin loves that shit. He loves it. He enjoys it. It's like his in fact, Owen Benjamin is the guy that I discovered. White Claw from wasn't even familiar with it before that, um, so I discovered that, and, haven't looked back since. Um, by the way, you know, Shane Gillis, I'm working on different I wanna get into the Shane Gillis sphere. I'm really excited for his SNL appearance on the, 24th. He's going to be back in the back in the saddle. We're really there for the first time, but, it's a big deal, you know? It's a big deal because he was kicked out, he was put on the streets because people didn't want to deal with his he was a dangerous boy in comedy, and when you become, dangerous in the comedy scene, you become, well, 2 things happen. First of all, people initially are afraid to touch you in any capacity, but then eventually that actually raises your value, and it makes you much, uh, more interesting to folks, you know? It makes you seen as one of the true comedians instead of one of the fake, phony, bullshit comedians. So, in that way, it's very cool, and it's to be appreciated by people. Um, as far as, I would like now, what's your Radio Foreman, have you watched any of Lossless's stream recently? And I would like to, join into one of your streams if you have guests. I'm not really sure what your, formula setup is with that, but it would be interesting just to see, um, because I'm always looking to, do good things, have great times on stream, and, you know, uh, get get, get to new levels, get to high levels of enjoyment, you know? But anyway, what do I know? I'm just a Jewish fag, you know? That's what they call me, just a Jewish internet faggot. And I don't see that as a bad thing, you know? I mean, it's not a flattering title. It's not a complimentary title, but, you know, if somebody has to hold that title, I'll take it, and maybe I'll start wearing a yarmulke on the air, I don't know. It could be a good little shtick to run on the show. People might like it, you know? Only time will tell. But, that's that's the bottom line for the time being. Uh, better than being an F word, like the guitar guy. Yeah, fucking he's a freak. I still like him, but he went after me. He attacked. He was a shark in the water, and he was ready to bite. He didn't. have any remorse, you know? He wanted to frankly, he wanted to cause destruction, and you know what that means, folks. People cause destruction. They are part of the, well, they're just downright dangerous. You know, they're f as Norm Macdonald would say, "They're for the birds." And, you know, as much as I like birds, when somebody is for the birds, that means they're no good, and, they are a disaster, and they are problematic. You know, that was the big buzzword back in the day, that people would say that you're problematic if you know, if you didn't, uh, hold up, if you didn't, you know, I don't know, if people didn't enjoy it, is what I'm trying to say. Um, now I'm trying to see here if I could see the, total number of people that were involved in that. Um, I don't know what that means by there was point 0.5 people. That doesn't seem right. Um, the fuck? I used to have a friend who who named JD who when something went weird, he'd say, "What the fuck?" And we used to always make fun of him because he just sounded so silly. And, you know what happened to him? He's disappeared. GGG, he's okay. He's devoid of any spiritual, uh, knowledge. So, since I like him, I don't wanna go over there and oh, that's interesting. He's devoid of spiritual knowledge. So, does he is he a you know, is he an atheist? Is he a Hindu? What's the deal, David Walsh? What's happening with him and God? You know, I had quite the religious experience I've talked about on the show, uh, which gave me basically an undeniable sensation of God, you know? Um, a truly, you know, I want it to become an abiding awareness, but at least, you know, from the time just, you know, whatever it takes to be a bitch, that's what you do. I don't know what song I'm singing, but, you know, you gotta sing a different tune if you're dealing with these fucks, these fucking freaks, you know? I don't know. I just think that, one I just think that people are out of their minds, and they're not good, and they are making things way too weird, strange. Um, I don't like it, you know? It's a very, that's one of the things that I found annoying about Ian Ellis when he would just become this this guy who was all about the hit pieces, without warning, he would just, get into it and, "Oh, Ghostbusters was attacking Red Bar. Let's take him to internet court." Like, "Alright, that's how you deal with a friend? You go internet court and you fucking, 'Oh, you said this.'" Now, I don't have a problem with Red Bar anymore, you know? But still, it's like, what are you doing? He did that with about Joe Booney as well. He saw it as his place to just, like he had to, tell the world that he was a good guy and I was a bad guy, and he wanted to set the record straight. And, these days, I don't fall for it, I don't, uh, buy into it. I don't get affected by it in quite the same way. I mean, what I do is I just attack back and I make it about the other person instead. But before I used to be like, "I'm sorry, I messed up, I was wrong, forgive me." But now I'm just like, "You know what? You're a fucking loser, and here's why you actually suck, and I'm the big shot, and I'm hot shit, you know? You suck, you're a bitch, and I don't need to, even dignify your questions, you know? I don't need to act like you matter. I'm just here to I'm just here to talk screech and have fun, as Greggy used to say. David, if you're here, how was your interactions with Greggy back in the day? Did you ever talk to the guy, and what were your opinions? Did you enjoy him? 'Cause you know, I haven't seen him, and I talked to him recently, actually. He was supposed to add me on Nintendo Online, and I'm still waiting for it, so I hope I hope he does it. So this isn't a fun little hobby anymore for Russell, I guess. So, okay. Now I heard about that, and I never followed up with it. What happened with Russell? Was there an incident that led him to basically did he quit? Did he quit, and what was the incident that led to it, if you know? I'd be curious to know, was there a catalyst for this rash decision? Was he just doing a cost benefit analysis and no longer finding it to be worthwhile? What was the you know, what was the cause for this happening, and why did it occur? That's the brass tacks, as Nick Mullen would say. And that's the brass tacks, because I wanna understand the folks out there. I wanna understand what they're doing, what they're saying, you know? I like Greggy. Um, He realized these people are 99% worthless on on funny F slur. Yeah, these fucking F slurs out here being gay, being faggots. F slurs, as we say. I don't wanna get banned. I should stick with the F slur terminology. Um, you know, these fucks, these freaks. Um, yeah, if you're dealing with that, you deal with the same people over and over again. It's not surprising that you're gonna get tired, you're gonna get annoyed, you're gonna get bored, and you're gonna get upset because really what are you dealing with? What are you know, what problems are you ending up having in your everyday life? And he was getting, like, tips, donations, and such on his stream, so it was actually becoming a little, like, lucrative for him, but still I mean, not, like, crazy or anything, but, uh, people were liking him, I think, showing up and everything, but, you know yeah, there can come a point where there's diminishing returns, and there's just, drama. So, when that becomes the case, I guess you just decide, you say, fuck it, it's wine," and you just jump out the window. You jump to the next thing. You say, "Fuck this bullshit. Fuck this fucking," you know? Oops. Um, I don't blame, if it turned out to be stupid, then it's dumb. And, that's really it. That's what he was doing. That's fine by me. Get it. If you're sick of it, then fuck it, move on and live your life. But if he ever wants to come on my stream, I'm fine with it. You know, I'm okay with having him around. I would, enjoy him coming on. Of course, you, David, and Gay Guitar and, sorry, um, Radio Foreman, I'd be happy to have you here to enjoy the new era of streaming and see what it becomes. 'Cause that's how we do it. Oops. That's how we do things around here. We just say, "Fuck the bullshit." and we just move on. We just soldier forward. We don't give a shit. We don't care, you know? We're just ready to fucking soldier on. And that's what it is, you know? I think that there's nothing really, we can't be held back by all these people, all these folks who want to fuck it up. They just want to fuck it up. And I'm not okay with that, you know? I don't want fuck ups messing up my shit. I just want to elevate myself to a better standing point, better, mm, eh, you know, a better whatever, just better place. So that's my take on it. You know, don't take it as the word of God or nothing like that. Just take it at face value and enjoy, my friends. This is the word of God. No, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I respect Christ the Lord, you know. He's the only God and he's the greatest God this side of heaven. Or actually not this side of heaven, but in heaven itself, you know. It's hard out there for a G, for a gay freak. I don't know what I'm saying. But you get it. I get it. You know, I'm just happy. I'm just I'm glad in general. I'm just in streaming in general. You know, whatever that, I don't know what that actually means, but it's how I feel. And does anything really matter more than that? The fact that I'm dedicated to being the top G of, I'm Mr. Top G around here. I don't care what you say. I know it's the truth. And I'm sticking with it, I'm sticking by it. And if anybody wants to question it, then fuck you. I don't need to be silenced. I don't need to be put through the ringer, you know. I don't need to be put through the ringer like Johnny Knoxville in The Ringer. Remember that movie? Remember how great it was? You can't do that these days. It's over, buddy. It's all over, buddy boy. We can't fuck around with that shit no more. We just gotta deal with it. we just got to deal with it. And um I hope to reunite some of these people with and teach them the ways of living it up, living it up, having fun, and loving life. People, those who don't love life fail to thrive. And if they fail to thrive, they are not alive. That's how I feel, I just feel like people are not ready to fuck with the truth. They ain't fucking with the truth, They're not doing things the way that they're meant to be done. They're just out here being bitches, losers, fucking freaks. And they don't want to, they'd rather be in pain than entertain. And, I want people to jam. I want people to just hook it up. Hook it up already. There's world news. There's David Walsh world news, of course. But there's also, that's typically my news source. But also just everybody's going to be watching this on their Vision Pros someday. People from January 6th are going to be doing insanity pleas, talking about things like that. Tooth fairy inflation is a big thing now. Some people are leaving $100 bills and Louis Vuitton bracelets for their kids. That's insane. Why the hell? Who is paying their kids $100? Do I have to fucking pay for this bullshit? It says, when her daughter was about to lose her first baby tooth, Kekoa Lawson went to work researching ideas. She wanted to make the Tooth Fairy experience magical and extra special for her only child. All right, that's a big part of it. If you got an only child, you're going to have more money to spare. It says she gave her daughter a $100 bill decorated with glitter and tiny removable rhinestones. She kind of lost her mind when she found it, says Lawson, who lives in Temecula, California. But some cousins were jealous about the Tooth Fairy haul. And Lawson says she did get a little pushback from friends. I simply said, this is just what our Tooth Fairy does, and suggested they make it special in their own way for their kiddos, says Lawson, 40, who works as a model and actress. Her outlay dropped to $20 for subsequent damn, 100, all of a sudden $20, even though it's a lot for this situation, all of a sudden $20 doesn't sound like shit when it's cut into a fifth of what it initially was. The Tooth Fairy is getting more generous and creative worldwide. And parents are learning how tricky that can be. Parents were already going big for birthday parties and college acceptances, but now they are increasingly making a splash for smaller milestones too. Pinterest, the online platform for sharing ideas, calls the phenomenon inchstones and has declared it a top predicted trend for 2024. All right. Wow. Global Pinterest searches were up for potty training rewards ideas, end of year school party ideas, and my first tooth party. Wow, parties for tooth loss. People didn't give that much of a shit when I was back in my day, when I was younger. A poll last year by Delta Dental, a large U.S. provider of benefits, pegged the average payout per lost tooth at a record $623 from $536 in 2022. It isn't just inflation delivering a bite. The same poll found 20% of children now receive both money and something else, often a gift, for each lost tooth. It's interesting that inflation is making them spend more money on their kids. I would think that they would have less money to spend on their kids. I didn't expect inflation to affect the industry of tooth loss, but I'm always surprised. It's always something new to learn. Cash, a video game, sometimes an iPhone for a missing tooth. Holy shit, says Mark Burrahan, a former practicing dentist who runs AskTheDentist.com. It's the parents competing to improve the gifts, added Burhan, who lives in Napa Valley, California. Wow. She's outsourcing her writing to ChatGPT. That's interesting. 60 British pounds. Yeah, I don't fucking know. These parents are crazy. They're fucking nuts, dude. Who cares about some lost teeth? God damn. Just be glad you got any damn teeth in your mouth, you fucking idiots. Don't be so greedy. Don't get greedy. Don't get so crazy to think that your stupid lost teeth in your stupid mouth matter that much. They don't. You're gonna lose a lot of teeth, and if you get in fights as an adult, then you're gonna lose your adult teeth too. Or if you eat too much sugar, that can happen, and you're not gonna get any money then. So might as well prepare you for the harsh realities of life. That's just how it's gonna go. Things are gonna change, and there's gonna be nothing you can do about it. Let's see if there's any interesting news out there. A guy reported himself for drunk driving. Huh. What a crazy, crazy man. Why not just stop driving? Why not just call a friend to drive you home instead of calling the police? He doesn't know what he's doing. He drink driving, it says. Is this I guess in the UK they call it drink driving instead of drunk driving. And they call 999 instead of calling 911 and saying I'm drunk driving. They call 999 and say they're drink driving. Things are different over there. So yeah, he was 3 times over the legal limit, which whatever. He is he's a self-reporter. So whatever. Maybe he'll make it to heaven better or something. I wonder if I wonder if he was thinking like that'd be interesting if they let him go because he was honest. I don't think that would actually happen, but let's be honest, that wouldn't happen. He's gonna get in trouble. He's gonna go to jail, and that will be the end of that. Let's see what it says. Yeah, he said somebody almost ran him off the road, but he was actually the one driving on the wrong side of the road. So yeah, that's silly. Whatever. That's the news. That's all we got. Thank you for showing up.